Okay, next topic, phylum Ctenopora. Phylum Ctenopora, it is also called comb jellies. Comb jellies. Comb jellies. These are also called sea walnuts. In Greek, case element 10 means comb. Poros. Poros means bearing, comb bearing. Comb bearing animals. Phylum Ctenopora is a small phylum consisting about 90 species only in this one 90 species are present. These are all exclusively marine. Ctenopores are commonly known as comb jellies. The comb jellies are also called sea walnuts. They are considered to be related to the cnidarians. They are considered to be related to the cnidarians. So, however, ctenopores are structurally more complex than cnidarians. So, their structure is more complex structure than cnidarians. Here, the characteristic features. So, the characteristic features of the ctenopora. So, they are exclusively marine, radially symmetrical. The body can be divided into two equal halves, radially symmetrical animals. They are diploblastic organisms with tissue level of organization. So they range from spherical to ribbon-like forms, spherical shape, spherical like this way, spherical to ribbon-like forms. So the body bears 8 external rows of ciliated comb plates which help in locomotion. See here, comb plates. Generally, the body is like this way. Okay, so here 8 externally arranged comb plates. 8 comb plates. These are all called comb plates. Comb plates. Okay, so external rows of ciliated comb plates. So those comb plates helps for locomotion. So the ctenopores are abundant in open oceans. Generally, those ctenopores are abundant in open oceans. They are transparent. Generally, ctenopores are transparent and are usually only few centimeters long. Okay, generally they are transparent. Their body is very easily can see internal parts and are usually in only a few centimeters long. So generally their digestion is both extracellular and intracellular digestion. Outside of the cells and inside of the cells, digestion takes place. They have anal pores so that water and other substances pass completely through the animal. So here they have anal pore. The centralmost part is called anal pore. This is called anal pore. So this anal pore, the anal pore. So through the animal pore, water and other waste substances are passed completely outside. Okay, number of ctenopores to show bioluminescence, the ability of a living organisms to emit light. Bioluminescence, they can emit light. They give off flashes of light. Generally, they give, so from underground water, they give flashes of light. Particularly evident in open oceans. Open oceans at night time, they will give a bright light. So generally, in these sexes are separate. Male and female organisms are separate. Reproduction takes place only by sexual means. So fusion of male and female gametes leads to the formation of zygotes. Fertilization is external. It's indirect development. So fertilization takes place outside of the organisms. So the development is indirect. Indirect means what? Have larval stage. Egg is converted into larva. Larva is gradually turned to be an adult. Examples: Fluorobrachia. This is Fluorobrachia and Ctenopora. These are the examples of ctenopores. Okay, that's all. Next, platyhelminthes. Next phylum is platyhelminthes. So the platyhelminthes characteristic features here we will see. So dorsiventrally, dorsiventrally, dorsiventrally flattened. So dorsiventral means what? So ventral side, back side. Front side, back side is flat. The body is thin and flat, and that is why they are called flatworms. The total body is thin and flat. That is why called flatworms. So the body is thin, and the first tropoblastic animals. The body is thin. They are the first tropoblastic animals. That is, the body is formed from three primary germ layers. The body is formed from three primary germ layers. There are three primary germ layers are present. So thin, flat, and unsegmented body. Their body is thin, flat, so body is not divided into segments. The tapeworms has false segments. So the segments are seems to be a false. That's why it is called pseudo segmented body. Have dorsoventrally flat ribbon. Have dorsal side, ventral side flat ribbon like. Tapeworm or leaf-like body or etc. So tapeworm or leaf-like body. Have dorsal side, ventral side flat. Those are tapeworms, leaf-like body. Those are also called liver fluke. They show bilateral symmetry. The body is divided into two similar parts. Okay, that is called bilateral symmetricals. Animals having an anterior and posterior ends. Anterior ends like this way. So this is called anterior end. Anterior end. So here this is called posterior tail region. Posterior end. So acoelomate. Coelom is absent. Body cavities. Acoelomate means body cavity is absent. Animals with organ levels of organization. They show organ levels of organization. Alimentary canal is incomplete. The digestive system is incomplete. Incomplete digestive system. It has only mouth and there is no anus. It has only mouth parts. It has only mouth parts. It has only mouth parts, and there is no anus. Backside here, anus is absent. Okay, so mouth only acts as ingestion and exhaustion, taking the food inside and eliminating the waste material outside. So mostly parasitic. Some may be free living also. Generally, these are mostly parasitic. Some may be free living also. So free living platforms are mainly survives in aquatic habitats. Parasitic forms have hooks. So parasitic forms have hooks and suckers, which helps to attach to the host. See at the anterior side here, a kind of hook. This is called hook. With the help of hook, in some animals, hook will be some animals like this way, suckers. With the help of these, it will attach to the host organism. So those absorb nutrients from the host. Okay, generally they absorb nutrients from the host directly through their body surface and gets nutrients. Okay, so with the help of hook and sucks, they will be attached to the living organisms and absorb nutrients through their body surface. Central nervous system is placed anteriorly. So here the brain region will be there. So here central nervous system is placed. Central nervous system is placed. Central nervous system is placed anteriorly. Anteriorly. It is in the form of a simple network and ganglia. So generally, the central nervous system is in the form of simple network, like this way, simple network. So that simple network is called ganglia. That simple network is called ganglia. Okay, that's all. Excretory system is in the form of branching tubes. The excretory system is in the form of branching tubes. So those branching tubes bearing specialized cells. Those specialized cells are called flame cells. Okay, so in the excretory system is in the form of branching tubes like this way. So like this way, branching tubes like this way, branching tubes. Branching tubes. Branching tubes. Okay. Branching tubes. These branching tubes bearing specialized cells. Those specialized cells are called flame cells. Flame cells. Okay. So those flame cells help in osmoregulation and excretion. Osmoregulation. Osmoregulation means what? So they maintain fluids balance. Okay, excretory system does not completely eliminate waste materials. So some fluids maintain balance. So mostly hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite, that is male and female sex organs in the same animal. Male and female sex organs are in the same animals. So fertilization is internal. Development is through many larval stages. Fertilization takes place inside of the body. The development through the many larval stages. Through many larval stages. Some members like planaria possesses high regeneration capacity. Some members like planaria. That planaria possesses high regeneration capacity. Regeneration capacity means what? The parts which are fragment. Those fragments develops new organisms. Example, tapeworm. Scientific name is Taenia solium. So parasite in the intestine of humans. Liver fluke. Scientific name is Fasciola. It is a parasite in the liver of sheep. Planaria, Dugesia, these are all free living parasites. Okay, this is the explanation about Platyhelminthes. Next phylum, Aschelminthes. Aschelminthes. So Aschelminthes is also called roundworms. These are called roundworms. It includes about 15,000 species. It has only one class, Nematoda. Only one class, Nematoda. And those are commonly known as DES. Those are commonly known as nematodes. Nematodes. Those are commonly known as nematodes. Those are also called roundworms. These may be 1 inch to 4 feet long. These may be 1 inch to 4 feet long. They occur almost everywhere in soil, fresh water, salt water, and as parasites on animals and plants. Generally, these are survives everywhere in soil, fresh water, salt water, as parasites on animals and plants. So characteristic features have unsegmented. Their body is unsegmented, but seems to be round, tube-like structures or worm-like body. So the body is circular in crisscross section. Generally, their body is in circular, like this way, circular in crisscross section. Hence the name roundworms. Hence the name roundworms. So generally, they are triploblastic animals. Triploblastic, their body possesses into 3 parts: outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm, inner endoderm. Such type of animals are called triploblastic animals. So that means the body is formed from 3 germ layers, have organ system level of organization. So the organs are well developed. Together, all organs forms organ system level of body organization. They show bilaterally symmetrical body, elongated worms with pointed ends, elongated like this, pointed. So it is like this, pointed and elongated worms, like this, elongated worms. So pseudocoelomate animals. Coelom is false. The body cavity is not a true coelom. It is called pseudocoelomate. That is, the body has false body cavity. The coelom is false. Alimentary canal is complete. The alimentary canal is complete. With well-developed muscular pharynx. Okay, the alimentary canal is complete. So with well-developed muscular pharynx. So they exhibit specific sexual differences. That is, sexes are separate. Male and female sex organisms are separate. The body size varies. It could be from 1 inch to 4 feet long. 1 inch to 4 feet long. So general excretory system consists of protonephridia. The excretory system consists of protonephridia. So the excretory tube removes the body waste from the body cavity through the excretory pores. The excretory tubes remove the body waste. excretory tube. So remove the body waste from the body cavity through the excretory pores. Generally, excretory tube removes the body waste. The excretory system consists of a kind of a tube that removes the body waste materials from the body cavity through the anal pore or excretory pore. Some are free living, some are aquatic, some are terrestrial, some are important plant and animal parasites. The sexes are separate, that is dioecious. Males and females are distinct, specific. Often males are longer than the females. Generally, fertilization is internal. The development may be direct, the young one resemble the adult or intimate. Okay, so that's all. This is called Aschelhelminthes. Aschelminthes. So examples: roundworm, Ascaris. Roundworm scientific name is Ascaris lumbricoides. Pinworm, Enterobius. Filarial worm, Ocraria bancrofti and Ocraria malai. Next, Annelida, segmented worms. Okay, segmented worms, Annelida. Segmented worms. Okay, so see the characteristic features of Annelida. Elongated body, metamerically segmented. Metamerically means what? Internally and externally. Internally and externally segmented. The segments are visible as transverse rings, horizontal rings. The body surface is specifically marked out into segments or metamers. Hence the phylum name Annelida. So triploblastic and bilaterally symmetrical. Triploblastic and bilaterally symmetrical. So the body organs are formed from 3 germ layers. So the body can be divided into similar halves. That is called bilaterally symmetrical. They are first animals with true body cavity. Those are called coelom. So generally have coelomic fluid. Their body have coelom. That coelom is filled with a fluid. So due to the presence of coelomic fluid, it helps for bulging. Some of the anterior body segments concentrate to form head. Anterior body segments. So the anterior body segments concentrate to form head region. So a single preoral segment called prostomium is present. A single preoral segment. So at the anterior end, a preoral segment is present. That is called prostomium. Like this way, prostomium. So head, behind the head there is an anterior segment will be there. That is called prostomium. Body is covered by transparent moist cuticle. Generally, the body is covered by transparent moist cuticle. So secreted by the ectoderm. The body wall has outer circular and inner longitudinal muscle layers. So those muscle layers helps in locomotion. So locomotion is by chitinous setae. Generally, so annelids contains chitinous setae. So are tailed lateral structures. Those are called parapodia. So those parapodia as in aquatic annelid nereis. Okay. So locomotory organs are absent in leeches. In annelids. Locomotory organs are absent. Example leeches. So neural nervous system consists of paired ganglia. The nervous system, it contains paired ganglia. It is connected by lateral nerves to a double ventral nerve cord. Okay, so nervous system consists of paired ganglia. See here, like this way, the nervous system is present. The nervous system, it consists of here paired ganglia, number of paired ganglia. Those are connected lateral nerves. These ganglia are connected to lateral side nerves and form a double ventral nerve cord. Like this way, double ventral nerve cord. Like this way, double ventral nerve cord. From these number of ganglia formed, these are connected to lateral sides of the nerves. The brain is in the form of dorsal cerebral ganglia. Dorsal means what? Back side of the body. The digestive system is complete and is not metamerically segmented. The digestive system is a complete digestive system and it is not metamerically segmented. So the excretory system is by nephridia. Generally in annelids, the excretory system is by nephridia. It is present in each segment. They also help in osmoregulation. They helps in osmoregulation, maintain fluids balance. Then respiration is cutaneous skin respiration. Cutaneous skin respiration. It is also by gills. It is also by gills. Circulatory system is closed-type and has respiratory pigments. Generally, the circulatory system is closed-type, has respiratory pigments. Respiratory pigments means what? Hemoglobin. Hemoglobin. So reproduction is by sexual means. Some ganglia are hermaphrodite. Some ganglia means what here? Some ganglia. Some ganglia are hermaphrodite. So some ganglia are hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite means what? In some, sexes are separate. In some of the organisms, the sexes are separate. Nereis is an aquatic form. It is dioecious. That is, sexes are separate. Earthworms and leeches are monoecious. Earthworms and leeches are monoecious. That is, hermaphrodites. Okay. Generally, it occurs in moist soil, fresh water and sea. So could be free living or some parasitic. Generally, annelids, some could be free living or parasites. Examples of annelids are sandworm nereis. Sandworm, scientific name is nereis. Leech, scientific name is Hirudinaria. Earthworm, scientific name is Peritima. So these are all the characteristic features of Annelida. So the next important phylum is Arthropoda. The phylum Arthropoda, it includes about 90,000 species. It is the largest group of animals. About 50% named species on Earth are arthropods. Okay, the arthropods evolved about 600 million years ago. Generally, arthropods evolved about 600 million years ago. Trilobates are the fossils of the period. In those periods, trilobates means what? Earlier living organisms. Those are fossils of this period. Those were distinct. Those kind of organisms are survived in 600 million years ago. So the characteristic features of Arthropoda, they have jointed appendages. Jointed appendages means jointed legs, which are used for locomotion, feeding, and sensory purpose. So bilaterally symmetrical. So the body is divided into two similar halves. Triploblastic. The organs are formed from 3 germinal layers and metamerically segmented. The body is externally and internally divided into segments. Have organ system level of organization. The body is have organ system level of organization. The body has organ system level of organization. All the systems are well developed. Those systems performs various kinds of functions. The body is covered by jointed hard exoskeleton. Externally exoskeleton that is composed of chitin. So which is secreted underlying epidermis. So exoskeleton is secreted from the epidermis and it is shed at regular intervals. It falls off at regular intervals. So the body is divided into head region, thorax region, abdomen region. So generally head and thorax may be combined together and forms a cephalothorax. So generally true coelom is reduced. Coelom is reduced. Most of the body cavity is filled with blood. The coelom is very short, true coelom. So that is filled with a fluid that is called hemocoel. So the digestive system is complete, with the mouth parts modified and adapted for different methods of feeding. The digestive system is completed. The digestive system is complete. So with the mouth parts, so the mouth parts are modified and helps for feeding. The circulatory system is open type of circulatory system. The circulatory system is open type. Heart or series of hearts are present on the dorsal side. Okay. Respiratory system is by organs like gills, book lungs, or by tracheal system. So the muscles are striated. So except at internal organs, striated muscles. Excretion is by green glands or Malpighian tubules. So those are opening into the digestive system and eliminate waste materials. So nephridia are absent. Nephridia means what? So a kind of excretory organs are present in the annelids, but those are absent in the arthropods. A central nervous system is present below the digestive system. Central nervous system is well developed, which is located below the digestive system. Sensory organs are well developed. Sensory organs are well developed. So eyes may be simple and compound. Generally, in arthropods, the eyes is simple eye or compound eye. Compound eyes give a mosaic or hazy vision, mosaic vision. But the animal is able to detect even the slightest movement of the object with the help of this mosaic vision. So arthropods can detect the slight movement of opposite organisms. Antenna are for perceiving. So they consist of a pair of antenna. Arthropods consist of a pair of antenna which helps for perceiving odor, smell, for sense of touch, taste, for sense of touch. Okay, antenna can detect the touching sensation. So next, taste receptor, sound receptors, statocyst, that means balancing organs are well developed. The sex pheromones, the sex hormones help the males recognize the female's presence miles away. So a kind of a hormones are released. Those are called sex pheromones, which help the males recognize the females from far away also. The sexes are separate, that is dioecious. The aquatic organisms have external fertilization, while the land forms have internal fertilization. External fertilization means what? Outside of the body. Internal fertilization means what? Inside of the body. So most arthropods are viviparous, lay eggs. Some can be oviparous, gives eggs. The eggs are hatched within the female and gives one young ones. The development may be direct or indirect. Direct means what? Someone will give birth direct to young ones. Someone gives to larva. Direct means what? Egg to young ones directly. That is, egg gives egg. Egg converted into adult. Indirect means what? Egg is converted into larva. Larva is converted into gradually adult. That is called indirect development. The growth is by molting. The growth is by molting, which occurs several times. The growth is by molting, which occurs several times. That is, shed off exoskeleton periodically to grow further. So the growth is by molting, which occurs several times. So that is shed off exoskeleton periodically to grow further. In some organisms, the development may be by metamorphosis. The development may be by metamorphosis. That is, there are series of changes from egg to adult. Series of changes from egg to adult. That is, egg converted to larva, larva converted to pupa, pupa converted to adult. So the egg is gradually turned to the adult. The larva is an active feeder and more like a worm and does not resemble the adult. Larva looks like a adult, but not adult. Most of the damage done to the crops is by insect larvae only. Those are called caterpillar larvae. So found everywhere on land, soil, marine habitat, freshwater, etc. Maybe those are free living or parasites on other animals and plants. So examples: frogs, pelimon, centipede, scolopendra, cockroach, periplaneta, crab, cancer, scorpion, palmanius, millipede, chulus. These are all the organisms belongs to the phylum Arthropoda. Next, phylum Mollusca. Mollusca means what? Soft-bodied animals. So it includes about 60,000 species. In this one, 6,000 species are there. It is an ancient group. It is the second largest animal phylum. Some have lived for over 500 million years ago. 500 million years. So generally their characteristic features. So the characteristic features is body is unsegmented, triploblastic, have an organ system level of organization. So coelomate animals, although coelom is reduced, those are called coelomate animals. So generally they possess bilaterally symmetrical except univalves. Univalves, they don't possess bilaterally symmetrical body. Okay, soft body may be covered by hard calcareous shell. The shell may be in one piece or two pieces joined together. So generally the body is unsegmented and divided into three parts. So three parts, that is head, muscular, foot, and visceral mass. So the head has mouth and sensory organs. Generally, the head consists of mouth and sensory organs. In head, mouth will be there, sensory organs also present. Next, muscular foot is variously modified, but it is used mainly for locomotion. So third one is dorsal visceral hump. It contains digestive organs, excretory organs, and the heart. So the visceral hump is covered by a soft and spongy layer of skin that is called mantle, which secretes a kind of a secretion that is called calcium carbonate shell on its outer surface in some species. So that's why in majority of the species, shell is made up of a calcium carbonate. The space between the visceral hump and the mantle is called mantle cavity. In between visceral hump and mantle, that is called mantle cavity. It is present below the mantle and outside of the body. So it has a number of feather-like structures which have respiratory and excretory functions. Okay, respiratory and excretory functions. So generally the digestive system is complete. Mouth often has a rasping organ. That rasping organ is called radula. So which transfers rows of chitinous teeth for feeding. So like this way, this is called radula, and this one's transfers rows of chitinous teeth will be there. With the help of these teeth, so it scratches the food material and swallow. Circulatory system consists of dorsal heart, pericardial space, and blood vessels. The blood mostly colorless. In mollusca, the blood is mostly colorless. Respiratory pigment is usually hemocyanin. So respiration is by gills. Those gills are called ctenidia. So the ctenidia are located in aquatic animals. So the land molluscs have lungs. The animals which are surviving on land, those have lungs. So nervous system consists of three pairs of ganglia. That is cerebral ganglia, visceral ganglia, and pedal. The sensory organs with smell, taste, and statosis. Those statosis are for equilibrium are present. The sexes are separate, that is dioecious, and are usually viviparous. With indirect development. Indirect development means what? Egg is converted into larva, larva is gradually turned to be adult. The present in fresh water, marine water, etc. Examples: mussel. Example: mussel. Example: mussel. Unio. Apple snail, phyla. Garden snail, helix. Octopus, Unio. Garden snail, helix, octopus, cuttlefish. These are all called organisms which are belongs to the phylum Mollusca. Echinodermata. Next one is echinodermata. So generally echinodermata important characteristic features. Those are spiny and skinned animals. So on the skin, spines are present. Those containing calcareous endoskeleton of calcareous ossicles. Calcareous endoskeleton. Okay, calcium carbonate endoskeleton of calcareous ossicles in the form of plates and spines. Generally, the spines may be fixed or movable. Generally, spines, tongs, knee-like structures may be fixed on the skin or movable. So those organisms have triploblastic, have well-developed coelom. And organ system level of organization. They show organ system level of organization. The body is unsegmented with radial symmetry. In adults, the body is unsegmented. The body is not divided into segmented. Unsegmented body. So with radial symmetry. First 5 parts are shows the radial symmetry in adults. Generally, the body shape may be spherical, cylindrical, or star-shaped. It is bilaterally symmetrical in larva. Generally, echinodermate organisms during larva stage is bilaterally symmetrical. The digestive system is complete with mouth on the lower side, that is ventral side, and anus on the upper side, dorsal side. have unique water vascular system. It is in the form of radiating canals, which form several intricate systems performing different functions. See, have unique water vascular system. A specific water vascular system is present. It is in the form of radiating canals, the central canal, which forms several intricate systems, several network-like systems performing different functions. The water vascular system pushes out the body surface as a series of tube feet, which can be protruded, fixed, or retracted by alternating the fluid present. Those may be fixed or freely located by alternating fluid present. So, generally, it helps in those tubes helps in motion, capture, and transport of food material, and also helps for respiration. Have anterior posteriorly flattened body. So instead of anterior posterior surfaces, have an oral aboral surface. Oral surface has mouth. Aboral surface has anus. So proper circulatory system is absent. Generally in echinodermites, the proper circulatory system is absent. Nervous system is in the form of central nerve ring and radial nerves into each arm. Nervous system is in the form of central nerve ring and radial nerves, central nerves into each arm. Sexes are separate. Reproduction is sexual. Fertilization is usually external. Fertilization is usually external. Development is indirect by free swimming larval stage. With metamorphosis and marine animals. Metamorphosis means what? Larva is gradually changes into adult. That phenomenon is called metamorphosis. They are free living and gregarious. Free living, gregarious means what? Maybe attached to some rocks or trees. Sea urchin. Okay. Development is indirect by free swimming. Larva stays with metamorphosis, marine animals. They are free living. Maybe survive as a free individually. Gregarious, they may form groups. Gregarious means form groups or else live as groups. Example, sea urchin, Echinus. Sea urchin, Echinus. Starfish, Asterias. Sea cucumber, Holothuria. Feather star, Antedon. Brittle star, Ophiothrix. Okay, ma? That's